What's going on, guys? Welcome to Clutch B-Ball. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night, and today I'm going to be talking about Precious Achiuwa, as he's the power forward that is 6'9" and 225 pounds, with an NBA-ready body, with a 7'2" wingspan from Memphis. He played with James Wiseman, who's projected to be a top 5 pick in the 2020 NBA draft, and if I had to predict where Precious is going to go, he's probably going to go towards the end of the lottery. I think he's very interesting because he's not really a guy that's a threat from the outside, but he's such a freak athlete with so much potential when it comes to the defense side of the basketball. But no further ado, let's talk about Precious Achiuwa. As when I first think of Precious Achiuwa after I watched the film and tape on him, he's an absolute freak athlete. He's a player that will not give up on a play ever. He crashes the glass, does a very good job positioning himself for rebounds using the right technique to box out. He's a great rim protector that is very aware when there are shovel passes in the paint, and he does a good job positioning himself to block shots with his long wingspan or just being very intimidating, affecting shots. With his long arms, he will thrive in small ball lineups, sliding over to the center position because of his high basketball IQ, rolling to the basket after pick and rolls, and when it comes to defense as a whole. Also being one of the strongest players on the court with his NBA-ready body, and also when it comes to his mentality on the court or motor, he is definitely not soft whatsoever. Playing with a vicious, aggressive mentality, getting to the downside, he's definitely not that polished when it comes to shooting the rock. Just shooting 60% from the free throw line, that is not horrible, I'm kidding. That is absolutely awful in my opinion, especially in today's NBA. From 3, he is shooting 32.5% from downtown, but he did not attempt many whatsoever. He does have a solid handle for a guy his size, but when there is traffic, he panics and his handle gets sloppy and he turns over the basketball. He can play very reckless and out of control on both ends of the floor. He really relies on his athleticism and his God-given gifts. I would love to see him improve his mechanics when it comes to his jump shot. He definitely shoots on the way down. If I had to give him an NBA comparison, I would compare him to Mitchell Robinson. I just think NBA comparisons are very fun to do, but at the end of the day, he's his own player. The reason why I compare him to Mitchell Robinson is because he really relies on his God-given athleticism, has a long wingspan that helps him block shots, doesn't have really a lot of post moves in his arsenal, at least on a consistent basis. He's not the greatest of free throw shooter. He's not going to stretch the floor at all and really put pressure on the defense. It's really rare because he only attempts 1 a game, but his mechanics definitely need work, and especially when it comes to his shot selection, he's more confident taking them than Mitchell Robinson in games so far in his NBA career. As he hasn't developed a full-time jump shot, he runs the floor very nicely, and he's good in the pick and roll. Maybe you could say he's a slightly better handle than Mitchell Robinson, and Mitchell Robinson doesn't put the ball on the floor as much as a guy like Precious Achiuwa, but I think Precious Achiuwa is going to be a very good player in the NBA if he's put in the position to be successful. I would love to see him go to a team like the Boston Celtics. They're looking for that center of the future. Daniel Tice has been very solid. He's a guy that does the little things that really don't show up on the stat sheet, like setting hard screens and getting out in transition and hustling on every play, and Enes Kanter really does not provide defense coming off the bench. So I think this would be a perfect fit for the Boston Celtics, especially because Brad Stevens is so good at developing talent or just pieces, playing throughout their strengths and giving them a role, and they execute it at such a high level. Let me know down below your thoughts on Precious Achiuwa, and as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.